Hello, Transformers and Blokees fans. This is Speedball, and today for you guys, I have for you from the Rise of the Beast series of classic class models. We have Transformers Rise of the Beast, Mirage, or I guess you could call him Jazz. I'm kidding on that one, of course. Uh, Now, for those who don't know what I mean by that is a lot of people were joking and trying to figure out when the movie was first being revealed and so forth, thinking that our good buddy Mirage here was actually going to be Jazz at a point. But nope, not the case. But it's a very interesting character, I mean, for the movie and in general, because I don't know, Mirage was a lot different in this movie than I normally see him as. But yes, but in this case, however, Blokees definitely did it very good when it came to recreating him in a model form. And yes, just like all of his fellow classic class kits, they come with, he of course has his own really cool stand piece you see here with the double decal setup. His face right here, which honestly looks a lot like the Hasbro toy face, but I know of course that's his movie face, and the really cool energy or energon pillars you see here, which you can see with other classic class kits as well. And as for Mirage himself, he looks very screen accurate. I definitely like that. The detailing on him is amazing. No stickers at all. It's all pretty much just as you see it. And the detailing of his face looks cool. And of course, just like all the others classic class units, he of course has his own LED feature, which allows the eyes to glow in parts of his chest as well, which is really fun. I like that. It's always a cool gimmick to see that. And as you can see by the way I've posed him, he has a very unique hand as well in this case, which has a pointing down look, which of course is from the movie reference, which is interesting. I gotta give him credit with this kit. I've never seen many kits pull this kind of hand off. It's cool. I like it. It's funny, but it's also nice. And of course, if you were wondering for accessory wise, really quick, yes, he does actually come with a number of accessories, starting with a number of hands between standard open hands and fists as well for, well, holding weapons and such, which actually he doesn't come with any kind of weapon like that outside of his arm cannon you see right here, which is very interesting because not only does he actually come with a full arm cannon setup, you actually get an entire separate arm as well for the standard look, of course, but you get two separate joints, so that way you don't have to swap the arm out of the joint itself, which is really nice. It makes it easier because, trying to pull this thing out of here and, back and forth can be a pain and such. So it's really nice that they gave us an extra joint for that, so that's good. And of course, for poses wise, just like all the others, he shares similar ball joints and such. Though not all of them share that same shoulder ball joint that's adjustable on the inside. This one, his ball joint is, doesn't really move that much. But the actual arm itself can do a full 360 with no problem. And with the standard joint he has, full 360 here, arm bend up to here, his ball jointed finger pulling off his badass poses, as you can see, is that. And with the arm cannon, just like any of the other arms, same arm joint setup. And you can go all the way up to here. You can do a swivel if you want. And some good posing there with the standard ball joints and so forth. And his head, of course, same ball joint. And this little part back here can move a little, if you can see that. Can move, but only, a little bit. And as for his waist, just like most of the others, full 360, no problem. His leg, even with the armor, can go that far, can bend that far, and of course with his ball jointed foot like that, with no problem. And this little piece can spin around all you want if you want. And of course a swivel if you need it. So yes, that is that. And yeah, it's a very simple build, my friends. Easy to build, easy to have fun with. And, you never know if some fun customs could be done with this. So yes, it's definitely nice in the Autobot roster for the movie to go with. I do hope we'll see other Rise of the Beast spots as well, because I don't know, a part of me would love to see a Stratosphere release. It'd be very interesting to see him, either because he'd either be about this size or he'd be bigger. It'd be interesting. Or Wheeljack for obvious reasons. But, besides all that, let's take a quick size comparisons with his fellow Autobots, like his good buddy and bestie Bumblebee, which is a very ironic setup in this sense for the movie because, well, pretty much they replaced B with Mirage as the buddy character, which I'll never understand in that sense, but it's interesting. I'll just say that it's very interesting. And as for others, let's go with Optimus, of course, the leader. And as you can see, definitely taller, which of course makes good sense. And of course, lastly, let's go with the one bot he had some difficulties with, Scourge. And yes, as you can see, just taller as well, like Optimus. But it's definitely nice to see these two in a possible display ideas because, of course, of the movie. Now, of course, if you are wondering, no, you cannot sadly disassemble Mirage here to make an awesome battle armor. Unfortunately, you cannot. Sorry, guys. But either way, the assembly and such with this guy is really fun, even without the armor gimmick. And as you can see, sturdy and stable. I can shake this all I want. Doesn't really shake, fall apart, or anything. So I definitely like it and such. So yes, if you are wondering pretty much, yeah, I can easily recommend this Mirage to you, my friends. And you never know, maybe at a point we will see a G1 Mirage join the Galaxy line, maybe. You never know. But, however it goes, my friends. So yes, that is it for today, my friends. I thank you always for coming. I hope you're enjoying your hobbies, and I hope to see you in my next review.